Sorry for the late start. I feel like I apologize for this too much, but them's the breaks. That's how I wound up today. I'm going to do my best to do a full length stream, but I do have a day job. And it is, I mean, normally I'd be finishing around this time in a perfect world, but we'll do our best. I think I already messed up the DOS box. Let's try that again. Okay. It's been a little while since we've done this. So I don't know. I had a couple of ideas. I know we're going to be in the wizard's sort of tower, castle, or whatever it is at the start. The funny thing is, though, last time I said this, we actually wound up making quite a bit of progress in the game. So as much as I like to kind of complain about the old style Sierra games and the, like some of the what's the nice way of putting it? Like unique conventions that they have. This one has been a bit straightforward. Straightforward's maybe not the term I'm looking for, but I feel like the progress has been a little more I feel like the progress has been a little more consistent than I was expecting. So it feels like it's been a week since I played this. I wasn't actually expecting it to take that long. All right. It's the famous Duncan Dragon. You haven't seen one of those in years. The poor stuffed peacock seems bedraggled, worn, and overused. There's a strange figure on the bookshelf. It looks like an overgrown rat wearing a wizard's hat. This is a Zen lamp. You feel enlightened in its presence. It was a moderately large and fearful dragon one time. Erasmus likes to keep his suits well ironed. Your eyes are drawn to the eyes of the figure in the portrait. His intense stare is unnerving. This would not be someone to trifle with, for he looks subtle and quick to anger. A casket with a stick shift? Through the portal to the west stands a small sitting room. Erasmus used to buy a new oriental rug every day. Carpet diem. This one lends the room a rugged look. Through the portal to the east sits a standing room only. You admire the plumage on the peacock. I wouldn't do that if I were you. That'll learn ya. Fair enough. I mean, I could technically go back, but let's... Or so I could, walk back, but... Naughty, naughty. You were told to go straight up the stairs. Oh. That I forgot, so... Come in and sit down. Furnace, our guest has arrived. Cheese, please. Since you are a practitioner of the magical arts, you might be interested in a little game I have. Do you know the spell Open? Yes. Do you know the spell Fetch? Yes. Great. Now, can you cast Flame Dart? Yes. Good. Now, all you have to know is the spell Trigger. I don't suppose you know that spell, do you? I don't know if I do. No. I believe I gave a learning scroll to the hermit. You'll have to talk with him about it. The hermit. I am a wizard of some renown. It would be best to wait until Erasmus puts down his cup of tea before asking questions. What am I? Some sort of object? I am invisible or something that you talked about me behind my back in front of my face? Shh, no respect. It's hard to take anyone very seriously who wears such a ridiculous hat. If magic be the lute of life, play on. The quote was music, not magic, and it was food, not loot. How about magic makes the world go round? Money makes the world go round. Oh. Very well then. To put it in my own words, magic is the essence and the soul of life, and the wizard is her poet. Actually, it was Merlin who said that first, but he used the term magician, not wizard. Furnace, there are times when you would look better as a newt. Why is that? Because newts can't talk. Neither can most rats. Do you know what time it is when Otto walks through your door? No. Time to get a new door. Zora has a real flair for the theatric. Her entrance at the magic shop is a bit showy, but effective. It's a pity she has no sense of humor. Just because she doesn't laugh at your jokes doesn't mean that she lacks a sense of humor. It means that she has good taste. Baba Yaga is good at curses and shape-changing spells. She has a nasty temper and doesn't believe in safe hex, so it's best to stay on her good side. You have to watch her. She cheats at cards. So do you. She started it first. Besides, I wanted her to get a taste of her own medicine. Shame she still beats you. The curse Baba Yaga placed upon Baron von Spielberg was a fine example of creative cursing. Upon von Spielberg and all his clan, this the curse I now demand. What I will shall come full measure, shall ye lose all that ye treasure. Of course, the problem is that for every curse there is an equal and opposite counter curse. A counter curse is a cure for a curse. It usually works against the one who cast the curse in the first place. The counter curse for the curse of the Baron goes: come a hero from the east, free the man from in the beast, bring the child from out the band, drive the curser from the land. So, to break the curse, a hero must get rid of Baba Yaga, in addition to all the other things. It does not reflect well on Baba Yaga. Nothing reflects well upon that ogress. She has a face that would break anything but a magic mirror. There are many types of magic mirrors. One of the more common types is the one that has a very strange face popping up every so often. Reminds me of the one in the master bedroom. That's not magical. No, but it does have a strange face peering from it whenever you are in the room. At any rate, I used to have a nice magic hand mirror I misplaced around here somewhere. Could be used to reflect a spell back upon the caster. So, if you happen upon a small golden magic mirror with a dragon handle on it, you'll know it's mine. It was the flagon with the dragon. The mirror had a leer. Oh, that's right. Well, if you find a magic mirror with a face on it, you'll know it reflects spells. Okay, so... I do not know those two Underwater Monk, but it's still amusing. Welcome, by the way. I'm going to just finish off my glass here and then finish off this bottle. And just so I don't sound like an alcoholic, this is sparkling water. Actually, I got the fancy stuff. It's lemon sparkling water tonight. Okay. What about Irana? Never met her. I only built this vacation home here a century ago. Arana has a nice little magical meadow in her name northwest of here. Pretty respectable spellcaster, I imagine. The protection spell she cast over the town is fairly good, but I believe she missed a few places. You're just jealous because the only thing anyone named after you was a soft drink. I thought that Erasmus's Razzle Dazzle Root Beer was a wonderful name for a product. It's a shame the company went broke afterwards. Arana's spell prevents the use of excessive violence or hostile magic within Spielberg's walls, with the exception of a couple of places. Looks to me as if she missed the back part of the alley, and the spell only applies to areas in town above the ground. Pretty shoddy if you ask me. Nobody asked you. Basically, anyone who uses magic is a magic user. Anyone who casts spells is a spellcaster. However, to be a wizard, you need to have undergone initiation into the Wizards Institute of Technocery in the land of Shapier. Magicians and sorcerers are wizards who specialize. I, myself, strive to master all aspects of magic, unlike those narrow-minded specialists. You wouldn't want to lose your amateur standing, after all. I prefer to think of myself as a dilettante. Does that mean you tease pickles? You need to complete your quest here before you can become initiated as a wizard. It's important for a magic user to know as many spells as possible. You never know just what might come in handy. They were supposed to have a warlock working with them. From what I've seen, he's more a nincompoop than a necromancer. He laughs too much when he casts his spells. That's because his jokes are funnier than yours. Oh. No. Big purple. Okay, I'm sure I would have found that hilarious if I know what joke he was asking. Warlock. The only thing I've seen the Brigand Warlock cast is sneezing powder. Isn't that the vampire who fell in love with the throats? No, that's Necromancer. A necromancer is a magic user who has a rather unsavory relationship with corpses. Does that mean a necromancer has ghoul friends? It means a necromancer is someone who deals with the undead. Canasta with cadavers and spades with shades, eh? Just a little something to challenge the mind and magic with that I like to play every now and again. Furnace isn't much of a challenge anymore. It's because I always win. I still think you're cheating somehow. Anyway, the game involves casting 4 spells: Flame, Dart, Open, Fetch, and Trigger. And to make it worth your while, if you beat me, I'll teach you a new spell called Dazzle. That spell lets you open things with a mere gesture. If you're really good at it, then you can open locks, useful when you lose your keys. Your keys are in the study under the skull. Why would they be there? They're skeleton keys, aren't they? Fetch is a useful spell for catching and retrieving small objects. Good for putting things in their place. Like uppity familiars. I'd put you in your place, but I'm above such things. Besides, my place is above your reach. Trigger is used to set off an existing spell. If a chest has a magical trap on it, you can set the trap off by casting a trigger spell. Just make sure you're out of range of the trap. I can set up some other spells and let someone else trigger them. I fixed Henry the Hermit's cave for him so that he can do a lot of magic with only one spell. Henry is a hermit who lives by the Flying Falls to the south. Great sense of humor. That means he actually laughs at Erasmus's jokes. I think he borrowed something the last time I saw him, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Oh well, Henry's a great one to talk to. But he hardly ever happens to have much to say. Magical traps are a good way to keep thieves out of your chests and other places. Put a fire trap on a chest, and when someone goes to open it, he goes up in smoke. Just so long as you don't forget about it and try to open the chest yourself. I only got a little singed the last time. Now there's a spell with charm. Its true name is Erasmus's Razzle Dazzle, by the way. You can cast the spell, and anyone looking directly at it, coruscating light, is blinded for a while and can't do anything. Okay, I think I gotta get out of here. Not in my house, you don't. No matter how strong you feel at the bottom of the mountain, you're always more exhausted than the last time you reached the top. You don't give up easily, do you? Here come your questions. What is your name? Cromwell. What is your quest? I want to be a wizard. What is your favorite color? Purple. Hey, his eyes do work. Go on in. The wizard will see you now. Go directly to the tower. Do not dally. Okay, I have a couple of guesses. I would do that if I were you. Yeah, so this is it did say go straight upstairs, so I think if I mess around it's gonna kick me out. Naughty, naughty. You were told to go straight up the stairs. So I'm thinking Dazzle would probably blind the dragon. Which of course means I need to get to the hermit. Now, from a viewer had mentioned a levitate spell, which I wasn't necessarily aware of. But again, it's like one of these things where once you have the knowledge, you can't really, excuse me, undo it. But I don't necessarily know where to get the... Am I just going to walk normal? Okay. Hostile intent is evident. You prepare for battle. What are we doing for time? Mid-afternoon. So, I mean, we don't have a whole lot in terms of health. Or in terms of, like, not health, but, like, resources to work with. Could try the castle with like the counter curse. So I've got a few ideas. So if I have to banish Baba Yaga, then I think I need to find the mirror. Now, I'm going to find the mirror if I go checking around Erasmus's home. But I'm not going to be able to do that as long as I keep getting teleported away. And the way that I seem to be able, or it seems like I'll be able to get out of the... sorry, I'm trying to think of the... Like, if I get the dazzle, I think that will allow me to... not what I wanted to do, but you know what? Some more practice. So yeah, sorry. We've got the... I want to get the... So I want to play Erasmus's game, get him to teach me Dazzle. In order to get Dazzle, I need Trigger. I can get Trigger from the Hermit. It confirmed the Hermit as living in the Falls. And in order to get to the Falls, I'm going to assume that I need some kind of Levitate, which I don't currently have. So... One thing I am going to try... Your spell has unlocked the lock on the rock, but it is not yet powerful enough to open the rock door. This will almost certainly kill me. Before you can react, the troll is upon you and the encounter begins. You cannot escape this encounter. Not quite what I intended. So I'm not quite ready to turn it in. I do feel that fighting the troll is aspirational, let's say. The large gnarled oak seems to draw your attention. You'd better alter your strategy. The trees mostly just beach about their more popular neighbors, or pine fir the fjords. Okay. Sorry, I didn't really pronounce that as well as I could have, but I think you get the idea. Okay. Can do a bit of a rest. Definitely don't have enough mat. Well, the question is, if I don't do... If I don't do the magic... Or, sorry, if I don't do the troll... What am I going to do instead? So I'm going to see if I can do something with the bandits. I'm not super confident, but... Yeah, so the bandit camp, I don't know, like I don't exactly have a good excuse to be going there yet. I'm also slightly worried that I'm not going to be able to win this fight. You get no response. All right, so that didn't work. Were any targets lately? There must be reasons to stop and let 5 archers draw beads on you while you attempt to cast a spell, but none come to mind. So obviously the question is whether or not I can... uh-oh. Good question. No, it's still not a good time, but... No, that's interesting. I mean, that's an interesting insight, but obviously anachronistic for this purpose. I don't necessarily think anything is going to change here, but... Okay, I mean, that's some respectable damage, but, like, obviously... Obviously, there's no chance of me surviving this. Ooh, it's late. We're probably not going to be able to get back to town. but can still go to Arana's piece. Straight up. And then slightly to the... Oh my god! Yeah, we don't want to be here. So the question for me is if we get our full health at Arana's piece, obviously that's a chance for me to get some more practice with the fire. So I'm thinking if we get a full rest at Arana's piece, we can like really go for it against the troll. And then I don't know. I mean, the troll doesn't actually fit that well in my overall plans. But I guess the observation I would make is that like short of a breakthrough on some of these other goals, like it's probably like it's the one obvious thing that I haven't done yet. Again, I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, like I have a pretty clear idea in terms of steps if I can get to the hermit, but it's less clear to me how I do those intermediate steps. Anyway, something for me to take care of after a rest. You sleep comfortably among the fragrant flowers. You awake as the sun begins to rise. Okay, let's clear out the old stuff. I could probably stand to also get rid of like the ones on these, but anyway, we should be, yeah, we're at full stats. I'm gonna go, like we said before, kind of for want of I guess I don't need to worry about like having 100% in terms of all of my stats, but I don't know. Sorry, I feel like I'm not doing a very good job on commentary right now. I'm trying to sort of think Usually to me in games like this, the big indicator of I'm trying to think of the right way to put this. So like sometimes, you know, you need to just sort of live with a problem for a little bit, and I don't know, like eventually you kind of work it out. And then in some cases, you know, you just need to realize for a moment, it's like, okay, I've been sort of trying this one approach for a while. It doesn't actually seem to have produced anything. So maybe, you know, this is a signal that I've missed an important part. And so, like, to me right now, the cases where I haven't engaged with something from the game, the room with the, so I haven't found a purpose for the Antwerp yet, but that's, you know, presumably that'll come up in like dialogue, let's say. You know, the bandits. So I have a guess here that like one of the Spielberg children is a bandit, and so I need some sort of an indicator. I think I need like some sort of indicator that I'm friendly or we're like working for dad or something like that. Haha, I am good at video games. The Dead Troll's huge club is much too heavy for you to lift. You find nothing on the troll but a little hair. So I think this is freeing so-and-so from the monster's cave. You hear the constant drip drip of water. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Stupid guard duty. Third time this week. Why always me? Grumble, grumble, grumble. I've been out here so long, my imagination's taken over. Good ears, but very poor peripheral vision. I know we just saved, but this seems like a great way for me to to perish. Sacre bleu! So, you know, there's a real chance that we can win that if we, Before you can escape, the Minotaur is upon you. Fascinating. So I guess this is something I follow up on. Actually, there's one other thing I can try, which is parlay. Suddenly, a feeling of peace and tranquility permeates the area. You get no response. Apparently it didn't last that long. Yeah, so I mean, one option I have is to maybe just try, like, I can try the Minotaur next. There's something about it saying you hear the constant drip, drip, drip of water that is drawing my attention. So I don't know. I think there's something to the fact that I don't know. I feel like there's more that we can do once I've got the health. I think maybe before we do anything else, I want to work at the castle. Nothing for me here. Should have paid closer attention. I don't exactly have the health to mess with this. At least I'm getting some money. Search your opponent, find 18 silver coins, and carefully place them in your pouch. I'm trying to remember what the troll beard was for as well. Wait a minute while I raise the gate. I see you're back. Need some work? Yes. Good. Come in here and take a rake. I don't pay you to rest. Get to work now. Okay, come on over here. The stableman hands you some coins and says, now you're 5 silvers richer. Hello, Chaz. How you doing? It's the only thing I can think of that would be relevant to these two. Now enters the castle without the Baron's permission. You rotated your office 90 degrees, like your office at home? I actually tried to do that with the desk I'm at right now. The worst part about it was it was actually worse. Like I lost more space and it just didn't work for me. So I wound up, after all that effort, I wound up putting it back, but at least I know. Doesn't work. Okay. No one enters the castle without the Baron's permission. The guard is dressed in worn but neatly patched clothing. He has obviously spent a lot of time maintaining that magnificent mustache, but you'd better not mention his bald spot. And the other thing I can think of would be to the doors are guarded by Frederick and Pierre. You can tell by their name tags. It's kind of amazing how thoughtful use of space can transform it. When I first moved in, you just kind of jam stuff where it looked like it would fit rather than where it would be most functional. Now I'm like, what's behind the wall when the camera's on and stuff? Yeah, I did care a little bit more about my space once I got the bookshelves, and like it was like the apartment was like obvious, like no longer obviously cluttered. Like I could stand to do a little bit of a tidy again. Just my desk is starting to get a lot of stuff on it, but I see what you mean. All right. Trollbeard. I always need ingredients for making potions. Right now, I need some Uranus flowers, magic mushrooms, Trollbeard, and let me think. Oh yes, Cheetor claws. I'll be happy to pay you if you bring me some. I'll also buy back any empty flasks you have so that I can recycle them. Waste not, want not, after all. Okay. Nothing really for... I mean, if I wanted, I could buy some more health. I guess it's health and magic that I need. Well, I suppose the other alternative is, like, what exactly am I doing with the time, right? If I'm only going to have one big fight a day, because I'm too cheap to... and I do need... It's not cheap. Should be investing in Dragon's Breath. How you doing, Revive Snow? I'm also sorry for not shouting out all the streamers. Just this is one of the ones where I do need to. Okay. Hope this will help you. I can't break the magic of the DOS box. Okay, so the drink burns as it goes down. 31. Okay. Cromwell the new the novice. Okay, 48. So 37 for health, 28 for magic. I should probably do a stamina. So yeah, basically one of each more. Holy crap, that like cleaned me out. And I don't think I got my magic points, which is one of the reasons why I... you know what? I'm just gonna go back to... Yeah, you know what? As much as I would like to be a little more efficient with my... time, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure that worked for me in terms of the Cromwell the Hydrated. I did just finish my water. She's the only sane person here. At least she's not off her rocker. Hey, Birdie Lala. Sorry, it's all great that you're coming in here. I'm actually feeling really tired. I may take a small break just to stretch out and try and get a little more energy back. But I don't want to like suddenly run away while everybody's healing up. Excuse me. All right. Reward for Return of the Lost Ring. Inquire at the healers. Yeah, well, I already returned it. Reward of 30 gold coins for the capture or death of the Brigand Warlock. Description: short, ugly, and wears brightly colored robes. Has a habit of laughing continually. Inquire at Spielberg's castle gates. Dusty and Faded. Reward of 50 gold coins for the safe return of Elsa von Spielberg. Spell components needed. Cash or trade for potions. Inquire at the healers. Wanted Brigand Leader. Unknown appearance, wears a cloak. Must provide proof of leader's identity. Reward of 60 gold coins and title of Hero of the Realm. And reward 50 gold coins for information leading to the return of Baronet Bernard von Spielberg. Inquire at Spielberg Castle gates. Well, excuse me. I was actually debating on an earlier finish just because I started so late. I think I can go a little bit further into the day, but into the stream, but I am debating, like, if I'm gonna turn it in early, then ideally I wouldn't spend too much time away from the stream now, but I don't know. I'll work it out. So you return to my shop. Ask of me what you will, but keep it to the point. Oh, I was a little surprised how the session wound up going by the end of the week, so... You know what? Hey, Lord Gloom. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know a lot of you showed up. I'm not entirely sure I can do the full duration, but I think I need a minute or two. Like, something caffeinated would be a terrible idea right now. Excuse me. But I think I need a minute to just sort of stretch and run around a little bit. We'll see if we can make a bit more progress in the game before we finish off tonight. I mean, another alternative I could do is I head off of Quest for Glory and maybe we do something like 2 Point Campus or that for an hour or so. But that, I imagine, is the less popular of the two. I think most of you would probably be more interested in seeing more Quest for Glory. So I'm just gonna take a quick break. I'm sorry I can't do the actually, here's what we're gonna do. That's how I can keep DOSBox from getting too cranky. I'll try and keep it short. But yeah, I need something to give me a little pep. So I'll try to be back quickly, but not hastily. See you in a little bit. Okay, really sorry about the time that took. I'm not entirely sure I'm 100% better, but let's do our best with what we've got for our remaining time. Whoa, I did not want to do that. All right. It seems very quiet. I hope that okay, there we go. So I think what I'll do for the start, I don't know if I have that much I'm hoping the practice helps. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything that I really get from that that frosty area. I think we may already be done with the giant, but because I mean we got the gem from that. Okay. So then there's Erasmus. I mean, the last part, I've been kind of deliberately avoiding it because I don't really feel like I have what I need. But I suppose the other way that I could think about this problem is that I have been waiting for something like a levitate spell on the basis that somebody in chat had said levitate, right? So that's not how I normally would have been thinking about the game. It's just somebody had said it. Now, I don't remember reading anything about levitate in the manual, first of all. And then I guess second of all, I wouldn't have, like, I'm not necessarily, this isn't something I would have naturally looked for. So if it really is the case that we need a levitate, so be it. But it's not necessarily, like, I may be at the point where this is an assumption that I want to question. And I want to see if we have other alternatives available to us as the magic user. In fact, I believe we've successfully opened the door. It's really just a question of I may want to well, let's see what we can do here. Right. Hello? And then normally I'd try and climb. The rocks are too slick from the spray of the waterfall for your limited climbing skill. You don't have enough magic points. Okay. The only one I haven't tried yet is, yeah, doesn't seem to work at this time. So there's something, whether or not there's a levitate, there's, I seem to be getting the door, but there is an open question as to whether or not I not again. was quick. At least this is the direction I wanted to go. Anyway, sorry, I was trying to say something before. Yeah, I don't know. So the fairest kind of assessment that I could make here would be, it's clear that I want to do something at the falls. It's clear I can open the door, and it's somewhere along the way, I need to be able to get myself higher at that door. But the most, I don't know, the most likely, path that I can take right now seems to be the, not again. Arana, peace out. Not again. No! I may die to running. All right, we made it. Okay, what was I going to say? Yeah, so in this case here, like the game kind of forced my hand, but we'll get some rest. Middle of the night. So this should equip me for a fight with the Minotaur. Now, what that actually accomplishes is an open question, but I'll worry about that later. I also technically could try doing something other than running away from some of the night monsters, because we did just kill a troll. I clearly went the wrong way. I'd kind of like to avoid fighting the goblin, but I'll do it if I have to. Didn't need to do that. Get a little money out of it, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I think one of the things that's gotten me a little worried here is that I'm okay taking out the Minotaur, but I'm not entirely sure what that gets me, right? Like the whole idea of getting something from the Hermit kind of puts me on the path to trying to get something from Erasmus's house and all that. Now, you know, it may be that I have that completely wrong. Like it may be that I'm not supposed to go anywhere else in Erasmus's place, but like it's an idea for me to work with. Whereas here it's just sort of like, well, you know, I couldn't really go after the Minotaur because I didn't have all my health. So now that now that I'm properly equipped, we'll go fight something now. Start deleting. Okay, so probably my best bet if I really want to go for it here, you have to give yourself room. Been out here too long. My imagination's taken over. You've only succeeded in making it angry. I'm good at video games. I'm bad! You've seen one, you've seen them all. You quickly search the fallen Minotaur and find nothing. Wait a minute. The Minotaur's flail looks peculiar. You pick it up and examine it closely. Cleverly concealed in the flail are 50 silvers. A just reward for defeating such a valiant fighter, you tell yourself as you pocket the silvers. Yeah, so we're considerably better at combat now, which is good. Step over and get a close look. The sign reads, "Ring bell." Ding, ding, ding! Well, maybe the brigands aren't such inhospitable creatures after all. Then again, maybe they are. You ring the bell, and your bell gets rung. The brigands have an even temperament. All bad. You seem to have a knack for doing the wrong thing. So you're saying I shouldn't be doing this? I mean, my health's not that bad, though. I'm not gonna lie, You hear a snick as the hasp on the gate is opened. Pardon me. None of the brigands notices your calm spell. There is too much negative thought energy here. The old rug over the pit trick. A small sign reads, "Booby trap." The brigands approach to see the booby they've caught. You think to yourself, if it looks like a trap and it feels like a trap, maybe it is a trap. I mean, none of this is gonna go well for me. You hear a snick as the hasp on the gate is opened. Your life is in grave danger, and you want to play with toys? What kind of hero are you? I'm pretty sure my intent was clear in terms of that walk. Quills run up your spine as you realize those large porcupines down here are really other heroes who collected arrows the hard way. I mean, at this point, I'm just determined to see if I can actually walk my way through this. An abridged ending. I scored that about a 3. Those diving lessons were a complete waste. Maybe you should have taken up bowling. The one thing we haven't done yet is died to arrows. You hit some lousy fall weather. Talk about an unpleasant trip to Belgium. Next time, avoid Antwerp and the trip rope altogether. Actually, I don't think I have a trigger. You feel a trapwire. Why, those sneaky brigands. Now that you know it's there, you can easily step over it. You knew this job was dangerous. This was not the ending you had in mind when you read the manual on how to be a hero. Either you just aren't ready to take on this situation, or there is a better way to accomplish your mission. Alright, I realize this probably isn't the most compelling material to watch, but I'm going to give this one more shot. And I'm going to take advantage of a health potion. But not right away, obviously. Okay, so one thing I notice here, you feel a tripwire. Why, those sneaky brigands? Now that you know it's there, you can easily step over it. Hello, Mr. On. Mr. On, sorry, I'm trying to do my thing. We seem to be okay health-wise. Piece of cake. I don't know if I'm really pushing ahead. We're still less than halfway through, but we did at least kill a couple things. Wooden tables, benches, and chairs fill the space of this brigand meeting area. A chandelier lights the room, and an unlit candelabra stands in the corner. A rope hangs from the chandelier. Well, obviously I need to leave the rope alone for now. It's serving a very important function by holding up the chandelier. Don't you feel a draft? You'd better find a way to prevent the brigands from getting at you from all sides if you want to survive this. Okay. Ah. I don't see a lot of options here then. I mean, my alternative is to just go back down, but then... Oh, I can't. All right, I mean, there's obviously items that I can interact with in here, but I think it's pretty clear that... Oh. You're half right, but completely dead. There's still too many brigands for you to fight in here. You need to find some way to block one of the doors. You move the chair in front of the door. I mean, I guess right idea at the start, but... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how this is supposed to work if if moving the chair just results in a death. Okay, I'm actually willing to say that maybe save 14, like we'll delete 15 and then we'll go back to 14 just because I didn't, like I know how to go back through this as well, but I think it's quite likely that I saved I kind of saved myself into a corner, and to be honest, the idea of starting next stream, trying to get out of that room, seems like a really frustrating way to begin. I realize I only did slightly more than half of a full-length stream, and I did take a break, but I'm actually feeling, one, quite worn out, and I do have to be at work somewhat early in the morning, so I think, especially given that the images are all a little wacky right now, this seems as good of a place to wrap it up. I do apologize for the late start and consequently the shorter stream, but let's see if I can find somebody to host tonight. For those of you that like Sierra stuff, it looks like Kilgore Trout is doing Castle of Dr. Brain, so that will hopefully at least scratch the itch. I will try and make sure that I take a bit better care of myself in the intervening days, and I'll try to be back with a little more energy and progress in for Wednesday. Although no promises about Quest for Glory. if it feels like I need something, just a change of pace, I will, I might do 2 Point Campus or something like that. Anyways, we'll figure it all out. It also occurred to me, I actually need a minute to get the raid ready to go. So how about them Stanley Cup people? All right. Enjoy Kilgore's channel. See ya. And thank you again. Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? Revive Snow is a wonderful streamer. You should definitely check them out. All right. Have a good evening, everybody. Talk to you later.